Okay, part 3 here. So again, we're looking at chart 275, 5 keys of cage, staff notes, long and short patterns, modal scale, circle comparisons. So again, the comparison was circle of key registers for modal scale. So these are your key registers for the modal scale. Okay, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, what is the significance of these is very interesting because we're going to learn that in the next chart, and I'll show you that now. We'll just chart jump. Voila, here we are, chart number 276. I was working on this thing. Yesterday was Sunday. I was working on it just in my spare time, aside from working on my wife's car. And now it's raining. So, hopefully, I'm going to be able to deal with it just by driving it around and seeing how it behaves. I took it out last night, so it's like 90% fixed. It's just a leak in the coolant system. Anybody who knows cars knows that that's, no honey drive for a little while till I make sure the leak is done. Okay, so what are we talking about here? Why is this? What's the significance of C minor 7, D minor 7, E minor 7, F major 7, G 7, A minor 7, B half diminished 7th, and C minor 7th again? Okay, in retrospect of what we were looking at before. Okay, so I went ahead and brought this diagram from the other chart. And see the similarities in the C box. We got off on a tangent there. CEG, okay, it's not 145, it's 135. Okay, but remember the E box is 3/6 root. And all the other boxes like G is 145, D is 145, A is 145, and what's the other one? I don't know. The other three rather are 145. Now you look at the minors and they kind of swap. We're not going to do that right now. We have that though on this diagram. 276. Okay, so we got a regular thing. We got C, D minor, E minor, F, which is just an E shape. These are shapes now. Shape, it says, you can hardly see it. It says shape modal circle. These are chord shapes, right? I guess we're getting off on another tangent. C, D minor, E minor, E-shaped F, G, A minor, and then we do the little thing for half diminished, okay, which is another thing, but it's the C minor shape with the diminished fifth. So look at the similarity here. We've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Why am I doing this? Because we're trying to learn the music staff from the bottom note, and that's not the bottom note. A lot of the progress that I've made in this musical study for the last year and a half has been expanding the borders past what they are. Look at an 88 key piano. What I've got here is the virtual F note on the bottom is -4, so that's add 4 to 88's 92, and the D note and high E minor 7th to be like way up here. Here's E and here's the G of that E minor 7th would be the 90th note. So that's add 2. It's more like 94 notes. So what we're looking at here is a 94 note keyboard. If we have a 94 note keyboard, notice I said you have to expand the mind past what it is. That's why when I did the circle of string shaped fifths, it turned out to be 60 string shapes long, right? Circle of 60 string shaped keys. Okay, when I started this, I thought I could make a circle of string shaped fifths that would be, just about 12 string shapes long, and it turned out to be 60 string shapes long to go all the way around from C, A, G, E to D. So I had to expand the mind, expand the charts until everything matched up. In an exactly similar way, I came up with the circle of every other ivory note. Those are the white notes. The white notes. Call them the ivories because they used to be made out of ivory in olden days. So everybody knows what we're talking about. Circle of every other ivory note in seventh chords follows the diatonic scale C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Not only that, it follows the modal quality of that scale. So this isn't the modal quality. This just happens to follow the different keys match up like that. Whoop-de-doo, right? But here the B is B half diminished sevenths. So how does that work? My keyboard that I have here up here is about 76 keys. So if we start way down here on this F minor seventh, all I'm going to get out of that is the E, the low E. So I'm just going to get the low E of this F minor seventh here, and then I'm going to do my G7, and then I'm going to do A minor seventh, then B half diminished seventh, then C major seventh. Okay, I'm going to switch hands now. Then D minor seventh. Okay, and then I've only got the first two notes of this E minor seventh. Covered the whole 94 keys, really. You could make a piano with 94 keys. You could do it with electronic piano, all that stuff. But they usually just make them 88 keys. So you heard it here, folks. The real deal circle of every other note is the 94 key circle. Big whoop. But again, expanding the mind, expanding till we get the circle. Okay. Now, here it even gets better. Notice that each one of these, so this is every other note on the key staff, right? So what we got here is every other note on the key staff. So look at C. Look at middle C. C, E, G, and then B. C major seventh there. Okay? Now notice where C major seventh is here, I have not only a line through note, which middle C is a line through note, I also have note in between lines. So what does that mean? Here's go around the circle. Little mister go around the circle sign. Start anywhere and follow the circle of every other notes. Works for line through notes and for notes in between lines on the staff. I just said that, and I don't mean to confuse. Let's see if we can get a little bit of attention to this little diagram. Here's most of the staff. This isn't the 94 notes. The 94 notes goes down, goes down to the F major seventh down here,